Now, our first alumni for this morning, Syeda Safiya. Syeda, a student of the batch 2019, performed exceptionally well in her 12th grade examination, successfully attempted her NEET, and is awaiting results. Syeda, we would like to hear a few words on your experience and learnings at Al-Basheer.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Okay, so when you Google the definition of home, you'll find something along the lines of a place where one lives permanently as a member of a family or a household. Well, the definition provided by Google doesn't sit right with me. For to me, home is an emotion. It's where the happiest memories are made, where love, hope, and dreams begin. In context to the world, it doesn't necessarily have to be a permanent place. For truth be told, is there any place, anything permanent in a world that clearly redeems itself temporary? If there was one word I deeply associated with Al-Basheer and still do, then it was and is home. This place, it was more than just a mere building to me, and I'm sure to most of us here. A place that forever remains close to my heart. It's been more than 2 years, and trust me, I've missed school most of the days I've had to stay away from it. I've tried to find the warmth in my college walls, tried to look for familiarities in the teachers I met, tried to find love in the people I interacted with, tried to find a home in my surroundings. I've tried and tried, but I've accepted it. The home I found in ABIS cannot be found anywhere else. You see, the reason I hold this place so close to me is because of everything it's taught me. I always tell my friends, this was the place I lost myself and found myself all over again, alhamdulillah. I remember back in the days when we were strictly prohibited to use phones. Our childish teenage selves wondered just why would they have to stop us from doing what we want? Just why can't they let us be? My heart swells with warmth just thinking about it now because the whole act showed how much all our teachers cared about us. How they didn't just worry about us in school, but made sure we'd not end up doing something wrong back at home as well. Al-Basheer was like a safe bubble where there really was nothing to worry about because everything was already taken care of by all the staff. I felt safe within my surroundings, within this bubble that was home to me. So you can get the idea as to how hard it was when I had to step out of this place and had to actually meet ends with reality. Finally, outside the safe bubble was a threatening world awaiting for me to face it. But my relationship with ABIS didn't just end as I stepped out of it. In fact, my love for it grew even more because as I kept witnessing everything around me, I couldn't help but look back as to how much everyone cared about us. The constant reminders from my teachers, the lessons I've learned here stayed with me and will always do, inshallah. I did have to face the world now. I couldn't possibly run away from it, but let me tell you, the things I've learned here served as a strong foundation for me to face the world. I could differentiate between the right and the wrong and could stick to my principles because this is what ABIS taught me to do and taught me to be. Okay, go very emotional there. What can I say? It's weird how once I'd give speeches being a student and now here I am giving a speech again, feeling the same jitters, but this time as an alumni. Time really doesn't stop for anyone now, does it? But a lot of times, I seem to stop as the time rushes past through me, traversing forward, whereas my mind goes backwards into the happy chambers of memories we've weaved here. Al-Basheer has given me so much to remember that if I really had to list everything down, I don't think it would be possible. But I definitely want to share a few things so that we could cherish them together today. You see, it wasn't just about the building, but it was about the people here. And to top the list definitely has to be Sheikh Sir and his famous Assalamu Alaikum. I know I always mention that, but really his way of welcoming us has always been my favorite. Then moving on to some of the other things I hold close to my heart. Starting from traveling in the bus, having bus parties filled with food, chaos, and laughter, to screaming loudly every time we'd cross the tunnels. From singing the rhyme wherever we go, to yelling the slogan, soda, lemon, ginger, pop, Al-Basheer is on the top. From skipping classes with the excuse of annual day practice. From having throwball and football tournaments and competing against each other in different teams like Hudhud, Ababil, and Adiyat. From wearing mismatched socks to standing in the indisciplined line for never being in the proper uniform. From hearing to beautiful recitations every morning before we begin our assembly, to hearing Sheikh Sir advise us about different matters and also scare us with his Arabic challenge. From having fun Eid get-togethers to going on different trips to amusement parks, resorts, museums, and whatnot. From standing in long lines waiting for the Friday biryani to rushing to the prayer hall for the Friday khutbahs. From calling each other the silliest of names to sharing a strong, comforting bond that warms my heart. From annoying teachers and laughing with them to also getting yelled at for all the chaos we'd create. From giving and receiving sweets from everyone every time they passed a para test, to sitting in the Salah area guarded by our rangers as they'd await to write our names if we'd speak. From having Anjuman sessions every Thursday to participating in different competitions throughout the year. From June 10th, 2013, walking into this place as a little kid, to 6th March 2020, having to leave school, traversing through this roller coaster ride together. We all grew up as a family. A family that mainly contributes to making ABIS feel like home. And just like how we found a tiny home in this temporary world, I hope and I pray to reunite as a family again in our eternal home, Jannah, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.